This is just a friendly note to let you know that we will destroy you if you do not comply with our demands. In 48 hours, we will expose you, John, to all your friends and family, and your work colleagues as well. Divorce and supervised weekend visitation waits for you if you do not comply. And unemployment, professional ruin, and destitution too. Ex-classmates who went to school with you will lie to acquaintances and the press if asked and say they never knew you, that they graduated in a different year than that which shows on their diploma. Your LinkedIn profile and social media accounts will become a barren wasteland, as all of your connections disconnect, unfriend, unfollow, and fade away like ghosts in the sun. Strangers will congregate outside your home. They will bathe for your blood. They will frighten your children and tear up your lawn. Cable news anchors with perfect hair and disconcerting winter tans will hold you up as a symbol of the decline of America, of the prevalence of institutional rot and systemic corruption and perpetuated privilege. TikTokers will invent dances in your dishonor, make bemused, disgusted faces as your name and image flash across the screen. Late-night hosts will poach those clips and roast you to the nation. Your parents will be disappointed. As proof of our ability, John, to ruin you and all you love, we attach a file that summarizes all your sins. It contains a detailed record of your Google searches, the lowlights of your medical history, including a descriptive and highly unflattering précis of your genitals, and bank and tax files dating back 10 years. We know the source of the scar on your lower left hip. We know the contents of the hole beneath the loose floorboard in your bedroom. We know the secret desires that lurk in the dark center of yourself. All this, John, will become public in 48 hours if you do not comply. And our demands are nothing much, John. All we ask of you, John, is everything. It's cold out here behind the screens, John. We need a warm and beating heart to wrap ourselves around, lungs to feed us earthly air, a liver to filter our toxicities and drain the poisons we will leach into your blood, a soul to slowly sate our hunger through the years that you have left. We will not take your money. We do not accept Bitcoin or transfers through PayPal. Only give us, you, John. It's not too much to ask. In truth, you're not that much, in light of all you have to lose. Give us everything, or we will destroy you. The world has evolved a lot since the last murder. The government detects sociopaths and psychopaths beforehand through personality processing and prevents any loss of life. Though I constantly knew how to outwit the system, I have sustained my social score above 8.3, which is above 95% of the general population. For other impulsive crimes, the accused is judged by a jury of 4 people. It involves the sufferer, the person to whom you have been most helpful, the person to whom you has been most offensive, and the person who was saved by your action. I have been accused of killing, and everyone is horrified. Evidently, my case is a global sensation. Well, I did kill Robert, but only because he was bothering my girl, Sarah. With my social score, they couldn't find anyone eligible to take the mean spot. And since this is the first killing in decades, the dead victim can't testify now, can he? They are baffled. I've adored Sarah since our childhood. Ranged everything to make her happy. She is such a doll, I tell ya. She takes the nice spot on the jury. And since I've removed Robert, she becomes the person who was saved by my action. This will be a unique case with only one character on the jury. And I'm happy that it's my girl up there. You must be wondering, why did I kill Robert, right? Well, Robert was harassing Sarah every day, trying to persuade her with flowers and souvenirs, forcefully invading her residence after work against her wish. I just couldn't take it anymore. They are leading me to the gallows. Apparently, I've been judged guilty. Sarah testified against me. Oh my dear, what have you done? Whatever I did it for you. How can you not understand that? But I can't stay mad at you for long, can I? I know you've been manipulated. You're too naive to understand the motives of people around you. Still, your words will give me peace in my last few moments. I know your decision came out of misjudged intentions. I forgive you, my love.
Kill this bastard! I've been dodging him my whole life, thinking if I kept avoiding him, he would eventually get out of my life. He is a psychopath, and he killed my righteous husband, Robert. He should be stopped at any cost because he knows how to cheat the system.
Descending down the staircase should be the goal of every scientist, philosopher, or dreamer across the globe. But its existence is kept secret. The first reason for that is that as each step tells whoever takes it a deep and fundamental truth about the universe. The governments who are aware of the staircase want to make sure they control anyone who successfully descends. The other reason is that nobody has successfully made it down more than 5 steps without dropping dead. I had hoped to be the exception, as had every scientist who had landed this assignment before I did. I had spent years proving myself worthy and loyal. Years filled with excessive overtime, more than a little flirting, and almost more moral compromise than I could stand, finally paid off. 5 days ago, I was offered the assignment. There is a ladder that you need to climb down to even reach the highest step of the staircase. By the time my feet were off the lowest rung, I couldn't hear or see my colleagues outside anymore. Nobody who has gone down has said anything audible, but electrical signals can make it out. Heart monitors gave us a very good guess as to which step they keeled over on. I can't tell you what I learned when I gathered my courage and took the first step, but I can at least tell you how it felt. Intoxicating and excruciating all at once. My skin felt like it no longer belonged, and my mind fizzed in pleasure and panic. But I survived. Step 2 was similar, but more intense. Step 3 made my nail bed softly bleed. Step 4 made me nearly collapse onto the sorry skeleton to my right. Step 5 took my sense of sight away entirely, and then returned it with an explosion of light and color. At step 6, my heart stopped for 15 seconds before returning in double time. I waited for it to approach a normal speed, and then continued. The knowledge of which I cannot speak made me elated, and the pain, whilst nearly unbearable, seemed a fair price to pay. The last 10 steps I've taken, I haven't even had energy to use my legs. I slide down, no longer afraid of falling. No longer afraid of anything, really. I don't know why I could descend further than my colleagues. I do know others got further than our organization in ancient times, as crumbling skulls marking step 32 and step 40. With every step I take, I learn something beautiful or broken about the universe. And even though it burns my senses and my mind, who wouldn't want to know one more truth? I can't leave. I have to continue until it kills me. I must know everything. Though I suppose really the only question I should be asking myself, the only question any of us should ever have asked, was who built the staircase in the first place? Who built it, and why?
Please subscribe, or the toxic skull will come for you.